legend. Many realms, epic sagas, bound by one truth.
Enough for the people up top on the higher layer to have the advantage to break down in the fight. We thought it'd be crazy, but it's Stir6 that takes the god shot straight to the face, down to just 20 HP. We'll flip off that fight for a second. The reboot's there.
They did get the reboot card.
Yep,
Okay.
Payson's coming right back. That trio's gonna be fully alive, but they're gonna have to re-farm a lot. They're gonna have to make sure that all the mats are there in total. Lots of buildings available, Salty Towers, past that, Amplify and Benjir also kind of, you know, renting some space inside the home of Savage Jason and Drop, or I Drop, and then past that on that fight with Playwell, that 2-1 split. I wonder if it's still working out. The pressure's still dropping down. Because that game one momentum, Sancho, that's huge to have in these fights.
And you were talking about paying rent. They're going to have to pay in that HP, and look at this investment here. The Playwell was able to actually hit the reverse card. Now it's Trident all by themselves. It looks like Eclipse went down in the other teammate. So Trident now is on the full scramble, trying to get away, trying to push it high, expend all the kind of materials needed to just trying to hold on and survive. But Stir6 now, the Storm is going to take the toll and pay it. Down goes Stir6. And Crizzy now, without that HP lead, is going to have to wrap up the fight. But it's not going to take a lot, but at the same time, look how far these Playwell boys have to go. Even though they win this engagement, these are the butterfly effects that it causes, and you're already seeing out in the distance the other members actually sitting there. So this fight's going to be a very elongated here. You're going to win this moment, but you mentioned, Shayo, a little bit earlier, the sand could be there for letting them get away. Crazy right now on the back foot now with 10 HP, 9 HP, man. Still going to go pushing, knowing that he has to understand he got to get the siphon as much as possible. Down goes Trident. There's still one member of that trio there, but what is the cost, Shayo? So much invested into the Storm fight, and Playwell now has to get to 2 reses. That's not going to be easy.
I mean, we practice it in pub sometimes, chain resing to make sure none of the squad goes down all the way to the zone. So might have to be the only option here at the same time. Because Vettel even survived this overall. There are bandages. He has 13 for him, so he's fine. He can pick up the cards as well and then go for the reboot. Probably more efficient option. But look at who's surrounding that van. Once again, Taze and Savage and iDrop have already used it. Dookie Marvin and Vanille are here as well. It makes me wonder what ended up happening at Dirty Docks, because either it got split or Flick lost. Past that though, every win NA and EU so far came from an uncontested team. So we've been seeing some beef across the map and some pseudo contention, right? But so far there are some trios we're looking at that should be up for contention.
At the same time, Shayo, Dietrich's, where's Professor Roki and Kylie? They're gone. Dietrich is by himself. So as soon as he gets found out that he's a solo, that's going to be another 2 points easily. Again, this is the FNCS Trios. This is Chapter 2, Season 5. We're in the Week 2 qualifiers. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Match 1. We got a whole roll of action, 6 matches total. And not only that, the broadcast will keep kicking it with the NA East and NA West coming soon right after. But let's go ahead and jump back across the pond, because right now it's barely early in the morning here on the West Coast. Shout out to everybody watching from around the world, wherever you are. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, this is Reese's pick of Seti, Teak, and Cammy, unable to pick up any points. So that lets me know that they're looking for as many Storm Surge tags as possible, which we'll see if that's available at this moment here, Shai.
The other job's very spread out on the right side of the map. They kind of have a tab on every single trio that's already rotated it in. Have a huge kind of control over the right side of just information, knowing where everyone's base stopped. Right now, though, being kind of greedy with their base overall, making it small, all out of wood as well. Very prone box dives or any type of pressure, so now have to break out a little bit. Minimal damage overall, though. They have a car as well to take and a huge other secondary base to hide behind as well. Vortex is not stopping, though. Okay, now he's stopping. Thank you very much. Please play like everyone else on the server right now. Get boxed up, stay in your little homes, then go for tags. It's simple. Follow the procedure.
Hey, remember, you know, sometimes just getting in, and that Seti is trying to get in as much as possible. And hey, we get a first look at the new outfit that's entered the store, the World Warrior Chun-Li now getting really a kick to the face for that moment. Now it's gonna have to set down and wait for that HP bar to replenish. And let's see what's going down here. Now they're not stopping now, Shiloh. Vortex is here and with his trio.
Yeah, there's no space for Teak to kind of run away too, because Hardfind is right there on a base on the river. So this fight, this wall-to-wall shotgun shot, I don't even know what to call it, little skirmish has to go through. Here's the first edit going closer to Vortex. They're still staying. It's about 1.5 boxes away. Vortex right on the wall. but not going to find any connections with any shots just yet. Steady kind of expands the base, realizes after looking through these edits how many teams are actually going to be ending up looking at these guys. They have to move into zone. Every team around them there is also based up right beside, looking for any opportunity, any hints of damage they can take. So if these builds start to break down, if there is a big box fight that breaks through and you hear shots rattling, that is not good for either team, Cammy or Nightsec at all. So they're going to play a little bit further behind. Vortex actually fully disengaging as well. On the other side of the map, we have Sniper, or Bad Sniper, Laxus, and Tripper. Complete control of the bridge, and they're making every single team below them pay tolls.
And absolutely, you're knowing that Bad Sniper would like to have in that trio a better performance that they had last week, where they were just getting destroyed out there in the Salty Towers by iDrop. And that trio, we know how dangerous Savage, Tasting, and iDrop can be on their drops. So now, no doubt, once Bad Sniper actually left that drop, they're doing better. But the story continues here for the Italians. Heatsy, Steelix, and Snag got a great engagement out there in Stealthy Stronghold, so no doubt they're going to be pretty decent with Storm Surge, but at the same time, they still have to keep looking for it. We'll get more into the Storm Surge explanation, but right now we're in that fourth zone, and actually, let's go and talk about it right now, Shayo. Storm Surge is here.
Yeah, it's here right now. It's a big deal for a lot of teams, but I think the cooler thing to note right before it is that Steelix, Snag, and Heatsy are almost about to beat their record last week of how many points they got in round 4. It was 14 points in total over the 6 games these guys accrued. Now they're up at 6, have the first chance to really have a game under their feet. Coming out of Stealthy, even contested a very nice defensive showcase there. But look at all the teams they're up against, Sancho. AD and Astro Hardfind waiting right below them. Nightstick is right there too. You've seen how good they've been, but a snipe goes straight through onto Ogrechik. Unfortunate for these guys, but they have a big base and a lot of distance to be able to get that revive.
Yeah, look at all the madness and all the shots, and this is what happens when Storm Surge. Everyone now starts editing, taking shots, opening up their little windows, trying to get their cone shots, and sometimes you pay the price. You get a little greedy, and ADN was able to connect, and this is a trio that's now under that pressure of the Storm Surge, only one above.
And Storm Surge is basically about dealing more damage than most other teams available at the moment. There's a little bit of a threshold. Is going to click in after this zone. It's 50 players. They're going to need to be alive at maximum. So with 62, 12 need to go down. You need to have more damage dealt than those extra people that are alive right now. 46 above that threshold is that trio. That includes Robaz, but the Surge is ticking already. I think Falconly is the one taking damage, or is it Vanille? We'll have to see in just a second. 46 above, so it is Vanille right above them. And they could pressure this and go for some free elims.
And that's what's going to be scary when the Storm Surge starts coming in. As you hear the sound effect and you see, you get a visual cue as well. And you're going to have to dip inside your heels as much as possible. 268 below. That is a lot. And you're going to have to open up your edits. You're going to have to be greedy with your picks. And hey, Naji's just able to get a couple more to breathe up, but it's still not enough. Marvin has to pick it up as well, because Storm Surge is going to keep on ticking. 6 players have to go down. And it looks like Naji and Marvin may be part of that. Now 4 people have to go down. So it's very close. It's very scary. And this is not where you want to be. I've been hit by Storm Surge before in a competition, and man, oh man, it just causes you to move and be aggressive. And that's what you're seeing from the rest of the lobby as we're getting a nice overview, as we're getting closer and closer to the fully rotating zones. But let's keep on the story right now as the half in and half out is revealed, and this team is in it, Shayo, but at the same time, they're safe. They survived the Storm Surge.
I don't think they're safe. They've definitely survived safe, though, but they need to land like at least 10 to 12 more shots. They are alive, yeah. But like, yeah.
Whoopty. It is about I was 14.
About it, right? Landing 10 shots in this instance with an AR is so difficult. At max off an edit, Vanille's probably going to be able to get maybe 2 shots in the Floki coming right below him, or maybe you're seeing far away. I think they might even need to just drop down, go for a big shotgun shot. They have the harpoon as a possibility for that play. The reason they got to live this last little Surge section was because they had some shields. Now, without that option to heal off the Surge, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. They're going to be facing a lot of people who have position, who have big bases, and they have their damage, so it's going to be trouble for Vanille.
Looks like the zone is now pushing towards the east. There is some sand. A new mechanic that hasn't been introduced this season, if you haven't been watching, is sand tunneling. So if you could go ahead and sit in the sand for a brief moment, it does take a little bit. You could turn yourself into like a little sand bunny and burrow your way through.
Why?
And get into the safe zone. But looks like Nate and 4ZR are not going to opt for that.
Yeah, very difficult option.